Hey guys, something else I want to talk about is something that wasn't really discussed as much in this video. In one of the other videos that I'd put in the section below on the last video, you'll notice about the drinking culture. There's the way the culture, the way the children are raised in this culture, you have to really be serious all the time. And like I was talking before about children, about how they're very serious with their children, they don't tickle them, they raise them to be very stoic. And because of this, it tends to be very psychologically hard for men, especially men, because women are in a different realm in Japan. They're kind of above everyone else, and as long as you're married, you're perfectly fine. You have kids and you have a family life, and you're fine. But the men have to work 16 hours a day. If they have a wife, they have to come home and listen to their wife nag them and ask them for money. So they'll go out to hostess clubs and bars and drink. And there's this, a lot of times it's not even real. They just want to feel like they can say what they want and they can talk about things. They'll put their ties on their head and they'll go out to dinner, and there's this thing in Japan where you can, if you go out to a bar with your boss and you really don't like your boss, but you can actually get drunk, and not even get drunk, you can just have like 2 drinks and you're not really drunk, but then you can start saying really bad things to your boss, like telling him how you don't like him. And you don't even have to say anything really. The next day you might say sumimasen for what I said last night, I was drunk, you know. But basically it allows you to say the truth. But the biggest problem that you have here in Japan is when you go to a Japanese college, you have to pick your pursuit. And once you pick that pursuit, you can't change it. So many men in Japan are in jobs that they've got from going to college and getting a degree. And they're in jobs, they can't afford to go back to college again. And they're in a job that may be a career position that they didn't really want, and that they figured out after 2 or 3 semesters in college they would have liked to change their master, but they couldn't, you know. So that major that they had to keep that major. Now they're in a job after 4 or 5 years of school, and now they're doing something that they can't stand. And it's why you'll see Japanese businessmen out on the streets in Louis Vuitton coats and like very expensive suits, you know, Armani suits and shit that are like $6,000. They'll be drunk on the street, puking on themselves because they went someplace to these hostess clubs, and they're so unhappy at home, they're so unhappy at work, and they're so unhappy with their life. They just want to get drunk, and they want to drink so much that they almost get alcohol poisoning. And when these documentaries come out like this, it really makes me upset, because women just do not get the fact of what they are doing to men. Men are like this because they have to take care of women. Because they feel the need, even these hostess women, they feel the need to make as much money as they can so that they can get a woman to listen to them while they talk, yet also be able to pay for the wife so that they can maybe see their kids if they feel like wanting that they can, because they have to actually pay their wife so that they can actually continue to see their kids, because most of these women know that they go to these hostess clubs. And in Japan, like I've said before, it's not a problem unless you can't pay your wife. If you can't give your wife money, then she'll divorce you. But as long as you can give her money, she doesn't really care about you. She doesn't want to hear from you. She doesn't even want to have sex with you. If you want, go to a hostess and see if you can get them to have sex with you. I've already had my kids with you, fuck off. So she typically will not want to have anything to do with him. So he has to make enough money. He has to work his ass off and almost kill himself to make enough money so that he can go to a hostess who really doesn't care about him, but who makes him feel like they care about him, so that he can spend money and have a woman actually listen to him. This is the Japanese culture, and this is the degradation that's going on here, and this is the hypergamy that is killing this country. And it's been like this since the 60s, and it's going down and down. Basically, the economy has been dropping, and the children have been dropping since the 70s, and it's going down and down. It's getting worse every year, and the government's not seeing what's going on, and they just want to turn a blind eye to it. They don't understand. They are destroying this country, and what is destroying this country is the women. The women's pull on the men. They're not allowing men to be themselves and to live and to be appreciated. So they have to go someplace and pay to get that. I just figured this is another one I threw out there on top of what I've just said. If you guys think that you want to give me any pointers or questions or comments or whatever, leave them in the section below. Thanks for watching. Share, like, and subscribe, and have a nice day.